Hey guys, so thank you so much for joining me for today's webinar. We're going to be talking about all about how to become a coach. So many questions that we've gotten, and we've got the launch of the coach training program happening. And with that launch comes lots of questions, anything from what's a coach to is coaching lucrative? How do you share your voice with the world? How do you market? How do you run a business and not feel salesy? I've never run a business before. Can I be a coach? There's a ton of questions. So I'm going to share with you my screen and we're going to get started and talking about like how to become a coach and what does that pathway actually look like. I'm Bailey Freeman, psychotherapist, coach, author of Own Your Power, and I am the founder of MindRise. We're a coaching company that helps leaders and entrepreneurs to master their mindset and get that game plan in place so that they can crush their goals, to figure it out, right? So I've been running a coach training program for, oh my gosh, nearly 8 years. And what I find is sometimes we're on a path that we want to learn how to become a coach and we take in all this knowledge, but at the same time, we need to be learning how to run a business. So that's what their coach training program is kind of designed to do, is teach you how to be a coach and teach how to run a business at the exact same time. Because here's the deal, both of those things are important. So I'm going to share with you a webinar just about how to become a coach. I'll give you a little bit of information at the end about our coach training program, if that resonates for you. But ultimately, this is about you getting this question answered, like how do I become a coach and what that looks like. All right, so bear with me on technology. I'm going to share my screen, flip everything around. Let's do this. Share my screen. Boo, boo, boo. How to be a coach. There we go. All right, so here we are. We're doing the darn thing. We're getting started. Hopefully, everything will work in our favor when it comes to technology. All right, so there are a lot of questions and myths out there about becoming a coach. I actually did a reel on this the other day, about like coaching is a hoax, or, therapy is only if you're screwed up, or I don't need help, or I could do it myself. There's a ton of myths out there. And I'll tell you something, it's really hard to carry like a big couch up 4 flights of stairs by yourself. Right? Like we all need help in some capacity or another. Like, would you be your own dentist? No, right? So we all need help in a different capacity. So we're going to talk about coaching from that framework. Some of the questions that I often get is coaching for me? Like, am I going to be any good at it? How do I become a coach? Who do I coach? I don't even know where to start. I've never run my own business before. What if I fail, right? How many times have we like felt that right here? Where do I get clients? I want to be a coach, but I don't want to do it like everybody else on Instagram, right? Does that feel like something true for you? And what if I want to keep my full-time gig and kind of do coaching on the side? So lots of questions, and don't hesitate to pop in your questions. Ask me anything, shoot DM afterwards if you've got any additional questions, but I want to answer a lot of these things and more as we kind of go through today's workshop. It's not going to be a long one because the truth is we're all busy and we're probably all zoomed out. So we're going to keep it short, brief, informative. And again, if you've got questions along the way, don't hesitate to ask, because I know that that's the pathway for me. Like if I don't know and I raise my hand and somebody else does know, or they can at least point me in the right direction, then I'm not wasting my time. Okay, so here's how information works. Oh, Miss Pac-Man here, right? Here is what you know. It's the green. Here's what you know. Here's what you know about coaching. Here's what you know about fitness, finance, your career, whatever it is. Here's what you do. Here's what you know that you don't know. My mouth is always like, gets confused about that one. The blue is what you know that you don't know. And then we have the orange, Miss Pac-Man. What you don't know that you don't know. That's how information works. So you might have a lot of questions, you might be curious, but I'm about to really share with you some things that you may or may not know, and there's more knowing and growing from there, because what we do know is that we don't know everything. So here are 5 things that you must know before becoming a coach. And I just want to share with you this picture right here. I always love to tell people the story behind this picture. This picture was from a maybe someday moment for me, like almost 10 years ago, where I was just thinking to myself, oh, it would be amazing to like stand on stage someday, oh, but that's for other people, or that's not for me, or how am I going to do it? Like, believe me, my mindset has been in all of those places. But this is me standing on stage in front of a huge group of people. And sharing my story and sharing what it means to own your power and step into fully being you. This was a someday moment actualized. I was living that moment. And that's where this picture came from. So I always love to tell that story kind of behind the scenes. So here's also me when my hair doesn't look like this. As I shared with you guys, I am the founder of MindRise. We're a coaching company, and one of the divisions of our company is teaching people how to be coaches and how to have a coaching business. I'm a psychotherapist by education and trade. I am a motivational speaker. Again, me standing on stage talking to the people. I am a coach. It's the life breath of all the work that I do, from coaching the people to coaching my team to coaching our students in the coach training program. I'm a coach. I feel like I like to coach my friends through even dating. I'm always coaching. I am the author of Own Your Power and 2 more books that are on their way. We're working on them. And as I shared, I am the founder of the Life and Leadership Coach Training Experience. So in 2013, it's a little bit about my story, it might resonate for you. In 2013, I took the leap and I, deeply craved a coaching program that could show me a clear roadmap. I'm a big fan of a clear roadmap to becoming a coach and at the same time having a successful business. I wanted a coaching program that was going to teach me that. And I couldn't find that, right? So I created my own. And that was brought together from different mentors that I had and my own educational background, my master's degree as a psychotherapist, and, all the training that I learned and all the different courses that I took, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I created my own business, and it started with just me and it expanded. And right now here in this picture, you see 2 of our team members. And it expanded because that's what I believe in. I believe that we make an impact, we learn something along the way, and then we pay it forward. And I hope that that's what you believe too, right? Because then we'll be speaking the same language, right? We make that impact, we pay it forward, we inspire others, we lift others up. And here are 2 of our not only coach graduates, but they are also coaches with our in MindRise as well. But I am a real person too. I take silly selfies in in dressing rooms. I am a yogi. I'm a traveler. I do stand on stage and hold a microphone. I'm a mama. That's a picture with my little lady. She's much bigger now. We'll update that. And here's a group shot from one of our coach training graduations. I'm an avid traveler, and yeah, I'm a dog mama. Like I said, I take selfies. I'm a real person too. That's the thing about being a coach. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing to share your story and be open to putting yourself out there, open to helping others, because that's what it's about, making that impact. So as I said, we're going to be talking about the 5 things that you must know before becoming a coach. So we're going to dive into that. So here's the first thing. Ready? If you're writing things down, there's a writer downer. Why do I want to become a coach? All right. Why do you want to become a coach? So life coaching might be for you if you desire to be a change maker. You want freedom of your time. You want to learn how to help others to achieve their personal best. You believe in the power of inspired leadership, and you want to live your best life, right? Many times, like running your own business, doing your own thing, we're not doing it for anybody else. So you have to make it the way that you want your life to look. But there's also the truth that coaching might not be for you in its entirety if you don't enjoy interacting and helping with others, or if you tend to be negative or cranky or combative. If you tend to focus on the negative, like that glass half empty, or coaching might not be for you, or running your own business might not even be for you if you crave certainty and routine. Anybody who runs their own business, whether it's a bakery or a car wash, will tell you not every day is the same. That's kind of the gig with owning your own business. So for me, some of the reasons why I wanted to have my own business, and I have run my own company for the last 9 years, is I wanted freedom of my time, freedom of my location, and the ability to increase my income, to be my own boss, to be able to serve my ideal clients, to bring new tools and bring a new dimension to my practice and to my career, to expand myself, because that's what I believe life is all about. We grow, we expand, we evolve into who we're meant to be. And coaching has allowed me to do that. So here's a little slide, and I like this slide because sometimes I geek out on numbers. I don't know about you, but here's some of the reasons why coaching works, why coaching has become a $1 billion plus industry. Why? And some of the numbers that I think really stick out to me are, especially in the second row here on the right, where you can see Coaching works because we've improved self-confidence. Like when we feel good about ourselves, we can tackle the world. Improved work performance, right? Improved relationships, improved communication skills, right? When you stop tripping over your own 2 feet, it makes such a difference in how you're able to show up in the world. I also like this number of coaching helps to improve your work-life balance, 67%. I'll take that any day, especially in a rapidly changing environment in the world. So why life coaching? Before we go on to our next question, like why life coaching? If you don't answer that question, the next 4 things that you need to know about becoming a coach are irrelevant. But why do you want to become a coach, right? Do people tend to come to you for support? Do you feel fulfilled by helping others? Are you a natural mentor or coach, right? Because life coaching focuses on helping others to achieve their personal best. It just does. So if you're somebody that people always are calling for advice or leaning into for support, sometimes that stuff is just in your DNA. And it doesn't matter like what your occupation is. You could be a doctor, a plumber, a bus driver, but if you're the person that people are always talking to, coaching might be a natural fit for you. Coaching tends to be focused on the here and now. Coaching tends to be focused on goal setting, motivation, and accountability for personal change. So when we think about it, coaching is just, it's focused on the here and now. We're not delving into past psychodynamics. And I can tell you that from experience as a psychotherapist, like we're not headed back, we're headed forward. What is the way in which you can move forward through setting goals, being motivated, and staying accountable to those personal changes? All right, question number 2. How do you get clients? All right, if we've already answered our lovely question number 1 of why do you want to become a coach, and you're still here and you're still listening, then obviously you've got the second question, and that is how do you get clients, right? And that's a very important question. We do a lot of work on that in our coach training program, is marketing and figuring out who are we even speaking to? How do we share our voice? It comes down to who do you want to work with, right? When we try to help everybody, we end up helping nobody. So who do you want to work with? So can you answer these 5 questions? These are 5 important questions. So screenshot this. This is a writer downer. And I can send you the recording of this if you need it. But who is your ideal client? What is your core message? What is the thing that you have to say so loud and proud that you're so excited about, right? Like, I believe this. Like, I believe in freedom and personal growth. I believe that we all have the ability to change, to evolve, to become even better versions of ourselves. And we do this through awareness. We do this through doing the work. We do this through staying accountable. We do this by setting goals. We do this by connecting deeply to who we are, right? That's my core message at MindRise, right? Is for us to figure out how to get the heck out of our own way and be moving forward. So what's your core message, right? What's your method of service delivery, right? How do you work with people? Is this one-on-one? Is this a group? Is this a course that you're creating? Is it a workshop? Like, you get to decide. That's the nice part. What results do your clients desire? And then the 5th question, and most important, is what results do you want for yourself? For me, it was freedom from my time, freedom of my location. Like, those things were so important to me. Freedom to not only make and increase my income, make more money and increase my income, but also like to pay it forward. And now, this many years later, like, we have a team. We pay it forward. Like, there are all these awesome people in MindRise that, like, they've learned how to become a coach, and they've become a coach, and they're helping other people. Like, this ripple effect. So that was a result that I wanted for myself, was that freedom and that impact. My answer might be your answer, maybe not, but like, can you answer these 5 questions? Because that's going to help to inform who do you want to work with. And then I do want to point out, I'm being mindful of time, I want to point out these potential barriers to coaching success. These are important. I cannot emphasize this enough, because if you're not aware of these 6 barriers to potential coaching success, guess what? You're gonna get in your own way. That's just how this works. If you lack clarity about your ideal client or coaching, if you have no marketing experience, if you're uncertain about how to launch a coaching business, if you have difficulty running a successful 6-figure business, right? You want your company to grow, but if you're going to get in your own way on that, that's going to be a problem. If you're confused about your unique niche in the coaching market, or if you lack confidence in sharing your voice or your unique message, these 6 things are going to be like kryptonite for you. You can have the best of intentions and big things that you want to do. But again, you're going to shut yourself down and get in the way of having success with any of these 6 barriers. Even one of these things can be crippling. All right, question number 3. What do you need to be a coach? I got this question all the time, especially with our world being so driven by the internet and driven by social media. And I don't know about you, but my algorithms are like, everybody's a coach. So holy crow, what do you need to be a coach? Well, there are some special considerations, right? While coaching doesn't require an advanced degree, it is important to get training and get the support that you need to have a successful business. You need education and you need tribe, right? So some special considerations are that willingness to help others. Get coach training. I can't emphasize that enough, because that's going to give you not only like the confidence, but it's also going to give you the skills that you need to do the thing that you want to do, right? Marketing knowledge, effective communication skills, learning how to identify your ideal client, business know-how. These things are all important if you want to become a coach. So coaching is different than therapy. And I want to kind of also throw this into the mix as we're answering, like, what do I need to be a coach? A lot of times people think, oh, Bailey, you were a psychotherapist. So like, is that what you need to be a coach? No, not at all. So I think it's important that we just differentiate. Life coaching and therapy are different. Coaching doesn't provide mental health diagnosis. It doesn't provide mental health assessment. It does not delve into past traumas or psychodynamics, like I pointed out before. Coaching does not require an advanced degree or mental health training like therapy does. Coaching is not always reimbursed by health insurers, but interestingly enough, the tide is turning on that. In fact, there's a lot of insurance companies that have coaches on staff, which I think is awesome. And coaching is also not subject to the same ethical obligations as mental health treatment. So for anybody, because I do have a lot of people who have a therapy background that follow me because they're curious, like, how do I make the leap from therapy to coaching? Or if you're just curious, because I am a therapist and a coach, life coaching and therapy are very, very different. Because again, while you don't need, as we said here, it doesn't require an advanced degree, it is super important for you to get the training and get the support that you need to have a successful business, and that place that's willingness to help others. Okay, question number 4. This is the money question. And people often ask me this question. Let me get a little tea here. Okay, people often ask me this question: is life coaching lucrative? And it's funny because our marketing person had me creating a reel on this the other day, because it is. Not only in my first year of business did I replace my previous income, and that previous income was made up by 4 jobs. 4 jobs, and in my first year of becoming a coach, I replaced my previous year's income. But following that, I doubled my income, and I have run a successful 6-figure business for nearly 9 years now. So just tossing that in your direction. As we had said from this slide, that there are an estimated 47,000 plus, and I would definitely say, since the advent of everybody working from home, there's probably 50,000 plus professional coaches out there, and they're bringing in an income close to 2 billion, if not more, right? You throw Tony Robbins in the mix and you could probably double that number. But it's a very lucrative career. So just showing you some numbers, right? And you get to charge whatever you want to charge. But a general framework, and if we just consider this like 20 clients a week, which is considered part-time, and doing these numbers as having the 2 weeks of vacation a year, much like you do with a traditional career, just taking a look at this potential earnings as a life coach, even if you did this part-time or did this on the side. And again, depending on where you're at is what rate that you can request, but just take a look. Does this answer that question of if coaching is lucrative? I would definitely say that it is. All right, question number 5. I'm crushing it on time. Love when I do that. Okay. How do you start a coaching practice? Woo, that is the $1 million question. How do you start a coaching practice? All right. So as we talked about a little bit before, kind of a recap, like in becoming a life coach, it's about knowing who your ideal client is. It's about feeling confident in your ability to coach, right? Creating packages and programs that are going to serve people, knowing how you feel you're best serving. Is it one-on-one? Is it teaching? Is it a big group? You need to learn these things. Sometimes they just don't drop into your head. This is what coach training is important in helping you to do, right? Do you know how to market to the right audience? Do you know how to create a business that you love that's not just going to deplete you? These are all really important factors. So as we said before, like you want to be successful. If you're thinking about becoming a coach, I don't think that you want to become a coach because you've got nothing better to do, right? Many times we want to be a coach because we want to have success. We want to make an impact. We want to help other people, but you can have the best of intentions in the world without education and support, having the right tools and the right skill set and like the right people who have your back. You're going to run into one, if not all six of these potential barriers. Remember, if you lack clarity about your ideal client and coaching, like that's going to be a barrier. If you don't have marketing experience, if you're uncertain about how to launch a successful coaching business, if you feel difficulty and you are challenged by running a successful six-figure company, if you feel confused about your unique voice or your unique niche in the coaching market or the message that you have to share, like these barriers are going to get in your way, even if you have the best grand plan. This is why we need support. So I'm going to share with you guys, as I promised, a little bit about the coach training program. If you have questions, reach out. Don't hesitate to ask questions because I've been there. 9 years ago, because I know you guys see everything on the internet, like 9 years ago, there weren't coaching programs galore. There weren't coaches galore. I literally felt like I stepped into the Wild West and I'm like, here goes nothing. And that's one of the reasons why I created the Life and Leadership Coach Training Program, because I wanted an exact path to becoming a coach and running a successful business, right? You can have the best lemonade in the world, but the truth is, if you don't know how to sell lemonade, you don't know how to like create that lemonade stand or make the signs, guess what? You're gonna have the best lemonade in the world sitting on the counter in your kitchen. Because it's all about making that impact, right? You want to make an impact in the world. So as we said before, like you might want to become a coach because you want to be a change maker, because you want to help others to achieve their personal best, because you believe in the power of inspired leadership. And you want that clear roadmap to becoming the coach and leader that you are meant to be. And that is who the Life and Leadership Coach Training Program is for. It's for people who want to coach with confidence, lead with clarity, and just enjoy success along the way. It also allows you to create the freedom that you want. When you are a coach and you're running your own business, you can have the freedom that you want. You want to work on Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Great. You only want to work 2 Saturdays a month? Great. You want to work your full-time job and kind of do this gig on the side on Tuesday afternoons? Great. Like you choose your own adventure. You create the freedom that you want. And with the Life and Leadership Coach Training Program, like here are our 4 pillars. Here's what you're going to learn. You're like, okay, what does this look like? Here's what you learn. You learn how to coach with confidence. You learn how to build a successful coaching business, right? You learn how to launch this business and put it out into the world. And then you also learn how to clearly market yourself. That's number 4, to clearly market yourself confidently without feeling like salesy and slicey dicey, because that never feels good at all. Right? It's more about an invitation. So with the coach training program, you're going to finally be able to know who your ideal client is, feel confident in your ability to coach, create packages and programs that align with you, to know how you feel you're best serving. I mean, I've worked with people that they've become a coach, but how they do their work is through courses. Like that's what feels good for them. You get to choose your own adventure. I'm going to teach you how to do all of these different options, how to market to the right audience, and just create a business and a life that you love. Because remember, guys, this is how information works. Miss Pac-Man here, right? What you don't know that you don't know. There's a lot. And, we can either hit the easy button and say like, oh, okay, I'm going to go with a path that I know works, or you're going to have to learn the hard way. And I only say it as like the either or, because I was the person that was learning it the hard way. I put all these different coaches and trainers and programs and books that I read and studies that I researched. Like I put all this stuff together to create this exact path because I was exhausted with how much work I had to put into it. Because there's a lot that you just don't know that you don't know. And who's this training designed for? I have a couple more slides. I'm going to take it to the end so you guys have the scoop. But this program is for you if you are a leader, if you're a mentor, if you're a confidant, if you are a person who has a discerning eye, a positive attitude, you want to have a quality experience, you expect nothing but the best. And ultimately you want freedom, fulfillment, to make an impact, to level up, to be the best you, and just create great abundance and success. So if those things resonate for you, then you're in the right place. Here's some words from Melissa. She's one of our coach training graduates, LLCT as we call it. And she said her world shifted. She transitioned from the corporate world to life as an entrepreneur. And more confidence equals better relationships across the board. And she shared that she was excited to continue to make space for creativity. And that's the thing. You can take the leap from corporate or your current gig and into owning your own business. You can do both things at the same time. Like you ultimately get to decide. Because as Oprah Winfrey said, if you could unleash everything great in your life, would you do it? Would you do it? Would you take the time to grow and be bigger than you could possibly imagine? All right, so as we wrap things up for today, I just kind of want to share with you an overview of what the program looks like. This is a 6-month program, and you have 2 training options. One, you can just do coach training, which includes our weekly training modules, our homework to complement your training, this text materials, and our Facebook community, and that's $4,800. Or if you want, and this is the pathway that I would recommend, is you could do coach training plus certification. So you get everything from before. You get all the training modules each week, you get the homework, you get the text, you get the materials, you get the private Facebook group, plus you get monthly 2-hour live seminars. You get a monthly all access office hours. You have peer coaching that's happening so that you are not only taking your skills, but you're implementing them from the very beginning of the program. You don't wait to start coaching after the program's over. No, we practice from the very beginning. And then we have 3 full training days. And typically the investment for that is $6,500, but we are in our early bird special like enrollment period. And so the training is $5,500. We also do have a payment plan. So I want to share that with you as well. And we slash $1,000 off the top for early bird because I think we all need an incentive to show up for ourselves. So our payment plan option is $497 a month and you can do it any way you want. You can pay in full, great, $5,500, or you can do the payment plan. And instead of it just being 6 payments for the 6 months, we spread it out into 12 payments. So it makes it nice, easy, and accessible for you. All right, I think that's just about it for me. Yes, oh yeah. Okay, so bonus is the first 3 people to register for the coach training program and certification are going to get an hour-long bonus strategy session with me. We can use that strategy session in the very beginning so that we are like planning out how you're going to approach the program. We can do it at the end. We can do it somewhere in the middle when you're getting ready to launch. But yes, so our super sexy bonus is the first 3 people to register are going to get an hour-long strategy session with me. And then as we wrap up, I think this is my last slide. Yes. Oh, sorry, wrong date on this one. Okay, so the coach training program is starting November 1st. And if this is something that you're thinking about doing, or you're curious, or you want more information, or you want to hop on the phone, and I can answer any questions that you have, text the word LEAP, LEAP, just text me that word and I will text you back. And my number is 732-487-3404. So text the word LEAP to 732-487-3404. All right, that's it for me. I'm going to exit the slide, stop my share. Any questions? If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to just shoot me a text. Super easy and accessible. 732-487-3404, and that'll go directly to my phone. And yeah, if you want to become a coach, you don't have to do this alone. We're here. We've got your back. We're here to support you. All right, it's starting to rain, and I left some books outside. So wish me luck, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.